First, first now we are going to discuss about relationship. Relationship. Okay. What is meant by relationship? What is meant by relationship? Here, okay, in the real time, relationship is nothing but connection between two persons. That may be brother and sister, brother and mother, I mean mother and father, something, whatever it may be, right? In the Java is an object-oriented programming language, right? So here in Java, relationship is nothing but connection between two objects. Okay, na? In Java, what is that relationship now? Tell me here. Connection between two objects. Connection between two objects, right? Next, after that here in Java, how many types of relationship is there, sir? Is nothing but in Java there are two types of relation. Okay, in Java there are two types of relationship. What are the two types of relationships, sir? Is nothing but the first one is a relationship. The first one is a relationship. Next, after that here, the second one is has a relationship. Okay, is a relationship and has a relationship. Okay, now here first we are going to discuss about first one that is nothing but easier relationship. Okay, now easier relationship is nothing but, okay, the easier relationship is also known as inheritance. Okay, easier relationship is also known as what here? Inheritance. Okay, easy relationship is also known as inheritance. Okay, easy relationship is also known as inheritance. Then first tell me, boss, what is an inheritance? What is an inheritance? Inheritance is nothing but here acquiring the properties from one class to another class. Okay, acquiring the property from one class to another class is known as inheritance. Okay, acquiring the property from one class to another class is known as what here? Inheritance. For example, try to understand what I'm saying now. Here I'm going to create one class. Okay, here I'm going to create one class. After that, here also I'm going to create another one class. So two classes is there. For example, I'll take this class name is for sample class. Sample, I'm taking one class here. Next, after that, here I'm going to create another one class wish. Okay, or class test, something, some class here I'm going to create. Two classes is there, right? So here I want to access the sample class properties in test class. Okay, for example, in that sample class I'm going to create one variable int a. Okay, next after that, here I'm creating another one variable int b. Okay, int b. Try to understand now. In this sample class, if I want to access this int a, what I want to do now? I have to create sample class object, right? Sample class property. So sample class non-static variable. So if you want to access this non-static variable, we have to create an object. Now I want to access this int b. It's nothing but test class. So what I want to do now? I want to create object for test class. If you want to access sample class property, you have to create object for sample class. If you want to access test class property, you have to create object for test class. Say yes or no? Right. But in this case, I don't want to create sample class object, but I want to access the sample class property also in test B. Okay, test class. So in this case, here we have to use inheritance. Inheritance is nothing but acquiring the properties from one class to another class. Okay, acquiring the properties from one class to another class. That is nothing but inheritance. For example, sample class is there, right? So I'm trying to accessing the sample class properties in test class property. Okay, I'm acquiring the sample class properties in text class property. That is nothing but inheritance. Are you able to understand what I am saying now here? Okay, in this case, okay, which class is sharing the properties now? Which class is sharing the properties now? Sample class, right? So here the class which shares the properties, okay, the class which shares the properties is known as parent class. Okay, the class which shares the properties is known as what here? Parent class or super class. Okay, parent class or super class. Okay, are you good to understand what I am saying now here? Next here, which class is acquiring the properties now? Test class. Okay, now try to understand now. The class which acquires the properties. Okay, the class which acquires the properties is known as what, sir? Here is known as a child class. Okay, the class which acquires the properties is known as what? Child class. The class which shares the properties is known as parent class. Okay, the child class is also known as derived class also. Okay, derived class. Are you able to understand what I am saying now here? Parent class or super class or master class also. Okay, child class or derived class, or we can say sub class also. Okay, are you able to understand what is a parent class, what is a child class? Okay, the class which shares the properties is known as what? Parent class. The class which acquires the properties is nothing but child class. Okay, okay, done, sir. You are saying acquiring the property from one class to another class in the sample class properties we can access in a test class, right? So how we can access that? Oh, is nothing but here we can achieve the inheritance. Okay, we can achieve the inheritance by using extends keyword. Which keyword here? Extends keyword. Okay, we can achieve the inheritance by using extends keyword. Are you able to understand what I am saying now here? Okay, so first thing, relationship is nothing but connection between two objects. In Java there are two types of relationship: easier relationship and a hazier relationship. Easier relationship is also known as inheritance. Next, acquiring the properties from one class to another class is known as inheritance. Okay, acquiring the property from one class to another class is known as inheritance. The class which shares the properties is known as parent class or super class or master class also. The class which acquires the properties is known as child class or subclass or derived class. How we can achieve the inheritance now? By using extends keyword. Now we know at least what is an inheritance. Okay, what is the purpose of inheritance we know. Then how many types of inheritance is there, sir? Here, okay, how many types of inheritance is there? Try to understand now. There are five types of inheritance is there. Okay, there are five types of inheritance. What are the five types of inheritance, sir? Is nothing but the first one is a single level inheritance. What is the first one now? Single level inheritance. Next, the second one is multi-level inheritance. Okay, single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance. Next, the third one is multiple inheritance. Okay, single level, multi-level, multiple. Next, after that, here I'll go to that fourth one. That is nothing but hierarchical inheritance. Okay, hierarchical inheritance. Okay. Next, after that, I'll go to that last one. That is nothing but a hybrid inheritance. Okay, total tell me how many types of inheritances now? Five types. Single level, multi-level, multiple, hierarchical, hybrid inheritance. Okay, in that all the five types of inheritance, very important. That is nothing but multiple inheritance. Okay, very important concept, sir. Sir, why multiple inheritance is important? That much of important is nothing but this multiple inheritance is not supported in Java with respect to classes. Okay, now we are working on the classes, right? So each and everywhere we are working on the classes, we are creating the classes. With respect to classes, this multiple inheritance is not supported. So for that he'll write, okay, not supported with respect to classes. Okay, are you able to understand what I am saying now here? This is the story. Okay, now here first we'll go through that first one. That is nothing but a single level inheritance. Okay, that is nothing but single level inheritance. Single level inheritance. Sir, what is meant by single level inheritance, sir? What is meant by single level inheritance is nothing but one child class acquiring the properties. Okay, one child class acquiring the properties from one parent class. Okay, one child class acquiring the properties from one parent class is known as single level inheritance. Okay, one child class acquiring the properties from one parent class is known as what? Single level inheritance. Now try to understand here how many parent classes is there? What is the one parent class? Sample. How many child class is there? One. What is the child class? Test. Okay, one child class acquiring the property from one parent class. That is nothing but what's are here? Single level inheritance. Are you able to understand what I am saying now here? Okay. Okay, here just I'll draw the diagram. Assume that one parent class is there, one child class is there. Okay, here one child class is trying to acquiring the properties from one parent class. Okay, one child class is trying to acquiring the property from one parent class. Only one child class and one parent class is there. So this is nothing but what here? Single level inheritance. Now try to understand programmatically also we'll discuss now. Okay. Next, after that, here example we'll see. No. Try to understand now. Window show view project explorer. Okay, there are different types of packages there. In that core Java one project is there, right? Inside that core Java, I'm going to create one package. Right click, new, right click new class. Here I'm going to create my class name is sorry package, right? So sorry, I'll create the package now. So right click new package. So here I'm going to create a package com dot oops dot java. So I'm going to store all the oops concept pro classes in this package only. So I've created one package, right? In this package, I'm going to create one class. Right click new class. So here I'm going to create one class. For example, here I'm taking my class name is demo class. Okay, I'm creating one class called a demo class. Next, after that, here I'm creating another one class called a class new sample. Two class I have created, right? What are the two class I have created inside the package now? Demo class, sample class. In that demo class, I'm going to create one variable, non-static variable. Int a is equal to, for example, here I'm writing 10. Okay, in that demo class I have created one variable, int a is equal to 10. Next, after that, in the sample class also I'm going to create one variable, int b is equal to 20. Okay, right? In the demo class again, I'm going to create one method. For example, public void m1 method. In that m1 method, here I'm writing system.out.println of I am in demo class. I am in demo class. In that sample class also I'm going to create one method, public void em2 method, right? em2 method. In that em2 method also I'm going to write system.out.println I am in sample class. So like that here I am writing. Are you able to understand now? Execution starts from where? Main method. So here we have to create the main method. So where we will create the main method in demo class or sample class? Demo class or sample class? Demo class. Demo class. So for example, I want to start execution from a main method, right? So for that in the demo class, I'm creating one main method. So two classes are available in same package, right? So here I want to access this demo class property. So what I want to do now? Demo class properties. No, just demo class properties I want. Just will create object for demo class, right? So for that here I'm creating demo d1 equal to new demo. Okay, demo d1 equal to new demo. Okay, now here I want to access the demo class property. A is there, right? So system dot out dot println of d1 dot, okay, non-static variable, right? d1 dot a. Next after that I want to access that method also. So how we can access d1 dot m1 method, right? So for that here I'm creating that, I'm calling that method also. Okay, and now what will get the output now here? I mean demo class will get under 10. Okay, yes, we're getting the output. For example, I want sample class variable. So what I want to do now? I want to create an object for sample class. Say yes or no, sir. So for that here I'm creating an object for sample s1 is equal to new sample. Okay, sample s1 is equal to new sample. In that sample class also one variable is there. Which type of variable is there? Non-static variable, that is nothing but b. So for here I'm accessing system dot out dot println of sample class, right? So s1 dot b. Next one method is also available. So what I want to do now? S1 dot em2 method. So I will access. Done. Now I want to execute now. Now I will get the output. Okay, we are getting the output or not, sir? Here, yes, we are getting the output. But is there any? Is there here any inheritance? Is there? No, there is no inheritance. So if you want to access demo class, create demo class object. If you want to access sample class, create sample class object. Okay, so that is the story. But here try to understand is there is no relationship. Okay, so now I want to acquire the sample class properties in demo class. Okay, I want to acquire the sample class properties in demo class. So how we can acquire, sir? Which keyword we have to use to achieve the inheritance? Extends keyword. Sir, where I want to use the extends keyword is nothing but here class is there, right? Class demo. After the class demo, here we have to use extends keyword and we have to write the class name. What is the class name now? Sample. Okay, try to understand what I am saying now. Here the extends keyword is there, right? So extends keyword left side class is a child class. Okay, extends keyword left side class is a child class. Extends keyword right side class is a parent class. Okay, so now what is the parent class here? Sample class. What is the child class? Demo class. Okay, now access coach. Okay, now try to understand. I'm going to create an object for parent class. What is the parent class here? Sample class. So I'm going to create object for sample class. Sample s1 is equal to new sample. Sample s1 is equal to new sample. Now here I'm trying to access system dot out dot println s1 dot. Okay, s1 dot b, right? S1 dot b. Sample class one variable is there, b variable. So I'm trying to access that. Yes, we are getting the output. So in that sample class one method is also available. Which method is available? M2 method, right? So further here I am writing S1 dot M2 method. Okay, we are getting the output or not, sir? Yes, happily will get the output, right? But I want to access the child class. What's the child class now? Demo class. I'm trying to access the demo class variable. Okay, so further here I'm writing system dot out dot println of s1 dot a. Okay, now observe very clearly here only we're getting one error or not, sir? Here try to understand, here we're getting one error or not. Yes, so what is the meaning of that? If you create an object for parent class, you can access only parent class properties. If you create object for child class, then we can access parent class properties as well as child class properties. Okay, now I'm trying to create an object for child class. We'll see now how to create an object for child class. Demo t1 equal to new demo. So like that here I'm creating an object. Okay, now here I'm trying to access child class. What's the child class now? What's the child class? Demo. In the demo, what is the variable? Which type of variable is available? A is the available, right? So D1 dot EA. Okay, done, no problem. Next, I want to access parent class variable also. How we can access now? System dot out dot println D1 dot B, right? Yeah, so I'm trying to access. We are getting the two properties. We are getting any error? No. So what's the point now? Tell me here. If you create an object for child class, okay, we can access parent and child. If you create an object for parent class, only we can access parent class properties. Okay, next after that here I'll go through that system dot out dot println of no, just m1 method, right? D1 dot M1 method. Next, I want M2 method also. D1 dot M2 method. We're getting the output or not, sir, here? Yes, this is the story. Okay, are you able to understand what I'm saying now here? So, what is the, first of all, what is that relationship now? Relationship is nothing but acquiring the proper relationship is nothing but connection between two objects. How many types of relationship is there? Two types of relationship. What are the two types of relationship? Easy relationship, has a relationship. What is meant by easy relationship? Inheritance, right? Inheritance is nothing but acquiring the properties from one class to another class. The class which shares the properties is known as parent class. The class which acquires the properties is nothing but the child class, right? So next, after that, how we can achieve the inheritance? By using which keyword? Extends keyword. Okay, by using extends keyword, we can achieve the inheritance. Are you able to understand what I am saying now? Next, after that, how many types of inheritance? Five types. What are the five types? Hybrid and a hierarchical. Which type of inheritance is not supported in Java with respect to classes? Multiple inheritance. Okay, now. So now in that OOPS concept, each and everything we have to work on that real-time examples only. If you attend any interview, definitely they'll ask explain with real-time example. Polymorphism, give me one real-time example. Encapsulation, give me real-time example. So each and every concept we have to work with the real-time example. Now we have seen about single level inheritance, right? So I'll go through that. Real-time example. Real-time example for single level inheritance. Okay. Real-time example for single level inheritance. Okay, now try to understand now. For example, here I'll go to that Eclipse. Okay, here I'm going to create one class. For example, oh sorry. Here I'm going to create one class. Calm down. Okay, right click, new class. I'm creating my class name is Ola Share. You know Ola and Ola Share. Okay, so here I'm going to create one class. First, try to understand. Class Vola. My class name is what, sir, here? Vola. So here I have created two classes. What are the two classes? Vola one class is there and the Vola share one class is there. Two classes I have created. In that Vola class, I'm going to create one method. Public void. Okay. Public void. Next, after that, here I'm writing travel alone. Okay, here I'm creating one method called what, sir, here? Travel alone. I'm creating one method. In that method here, I'm going to pass one name, okay, string name. For example, I'm passing one name. For example, here, if I provide Sheila, okay, Sheila, you are traveling alone. Sheila, you are traveling with some stranger. So, like that. Okay, so here in Ola class, I'm creating one method, travel alone. So, here I'm passing one variable also string name. Now, here I'm writing system.out.println name plus you are traveling alone. So like that here I am writing. Next, okay, Ola share class also I am going to create another one method. So public void, here I am writing travel with a stranger. Okay, travel with a stranger. Here also I am creating one variable string name. Okay, try to understand. Here also I am writing system.out.println of name plus you are traveling with a stranger. You are traveling with a stranger. Are you able to understand what I am saying now here? Okay, try to understand two classes is there, Ola class and a Ola share class. If you create object for Ola class, what will happen now? Only you can access, only you can travel alone. If you create object for Ola share class, only you can travel with a stranger. Is there any relationship now? No. So I want to create relation. So what I want to do now? Here in that Ola share, here I am doing extends Vola class. So what is the parent class now? Vola class is the parent class. Vola share is the child class. If I create object for Vola class, what will happen? Tell me. Only we can travel alone. Okay, now only parent class is nothing but travel alone method. If you create object for Ola, only we can travel alone. if you create object for Ola travel, Ola share, then what will happen? Tell me. Travel also we can, I mean, solo also we can travel, and with the stranger also we can travel. Are you able to understand what I am saying now? Next, execution starts from main method. So further here I am creating main method also. So tell me, I want to create which class object? Ola share or Ola? Ola share. Ola share. Okay. Ola share, OL equal to new Ola share. So I have created object. First, I want to travel with alone. I am going to create object for child class, but I want to, I mean, now my mood is I want to travel alone. So what I want to do now? OL dot travel alone. Okay, so travel alone. Now here I am calling my name Surendra. Okay, if I'll execute this, what will get the output now? Okay, Surendra, you are traveling alone. Okay, so for example, next after that here I am writing OL dot okay travel with a stranger. Now here I am writing Chaitanya. Okay, so what will get the output now here? Chaitanya will be stored into that in this variable name. Chaitanya, okay, name is nothing but what? Chaitanya. Chaitanya, you are traveling alone, or Chaitanya, you are traveling with a stranger. Are you able to understand what I am saying now here? Yes, Chaitanya, you are traveling with stranger. We are getting the output or not? Okay, but try to understand the main concept. That is nothing but how many parent classes is there? One. What is the parent class? Voila. How many child class is there? One. That is nothing but voila share. One child class acquiring the property from one parent class. That is nothing but what? Single level inheritance. Now you guys are able to understand what is a single level inheritance. Tell me, sir. One child class acquiring the property from one parent class. That is nothing but a single level inheritance. Now we'll go to the second one. That is nothing but multi-level inheritance. So what is meant by multi-level inheritance, sir? What is meant by multi-level inheritance? So try to understand now. Multi-level inheritance is nothing but one child class acquiring the property from one parent class, right? Okay, now here, okay, now okay, here observe very clearly. Here I'll create the class names also. For example, here I'm writing class sample. Okay, one class here I'm going to create. What's my class name now here? Sample class. Next after that here I'm creating another one class demo. Okay, so here I have created another one class. What's my class name here? Demo. Okay, next after that here I'm creating another one class test. So class of text. So I have created three classes. Okay, are you able to understand what I am saying now here? Are you able to understand, sir, everyone? Okay, three classes I have created. Is there any relation between these three classes? Is there a relation between three classes? No. Okay, so now here I want to create the relationship. First here I am writing, okay, this topmost test class is there. Here I am writing text class extends demo class. Okay, now here I am writing text class extends demo class. So text class is acquiring the properties from where here? Demo class. And here I am writing demo class is also extending the properties from sample class. Okay, are you able to understand everyone? Try to understand very clearly. So here text class is there. What's the topmost child class? Text class. Text class is acquiring the property from demo class, and demo class also acquiring the properties from sample class. One child class acquiring the property from another one child class acquiring the property from one parent class, and that parent class also acquiring the properties from another parent class. This is nothing but what's are here? Multi-level inheritance. Okay, are you able to understand what is that multi-level inheritance here? Okay, multi-level inheritance this one. Okay. Okay, then now here first I'll write. Tell me the definition here. One child class acquiring the properties. One child class acquiring the properties from one parent class. One parent class, and that parent class also acquiring the properties from another parent class. Okay, are you able to understand, sir, what I am saying now? One child class acquiring the property from one parent class, and that parent class also acquiring the property from another parent class is known as what? Tell me now. Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Okay, are you able to understand? So here I'll draw the diagram also. So now try to give me any one real-time example for this multi-level inheritance. Real-time examples for this multi-level inheritance. I'll give you one real-time example directly for this multi-level inheritance. Okay. Now here I'm going to create one class. Right click, new class. Here I'm creating one class called Flipkart. My class name is Flipkart. I have created one class called Flipkart class. Okay. In this Flipkart class, here I'm going to create one variable public void search. Okay, public void search. So here I'm taking one method. Okay. Now here I'm writing, for example, string p name. Okay, p name is nothing but product name. Okay. So here I'm writing system dot out dot println of searching for. So here I am writing plus p name. Okay, when we can call this method at the time of creating an object. So here I am providing some shoes, so we'll get what? Searching for shoes. Some shirt, searching for shirt. Makeup kit, searching for makeup kit. That's it, right? Next, okay, done. I have created one class. In that class, just I'm searching for my product. Okay, next, after that, here I'm going to create another one class. Right click, new class. Now here I am writing Flipkart order. Okay, Flipkart order. Another one class here I am creating. Okay, previous class I have searched the product, right? So that product only I want to order. So what I want to do now here? Extends Flipkart. Okay, already have searched that product Flipkart, right? Next, after that, here that product only I want to order. That product only I want to order. So for that, here I am writing public void order. Okay, now here I am writing string p name. Okay, string p name. So first here I am writing system dot out dot println. Okay, otherwise here I'll take add to cart. Add to cart I am writing. So here I am writing p name plus added to the cart. Okay, added to the cart. So first here I have added to the cart. Next, after that I want to order that. So public, otherwise I want to payment. I want to do the payment. So public void, here I am writing payment method. Okay, payment method. Now here I am writing string p name. Okay, now here I am writing system dot out dot println. So tell me what I want to do now here. P name plus payment was successful. P name payment was successful. So payment was clear. Okay, next after that here I'm writing public void order. Okay, string p name. Okay, string p name I'm taking. Next after that here I'm writing system dot out dot println of p name plus uh, order successful. Order successful. So first I have taken one class called Flipkart class. Just in that class I'm searching for the product. After searching in that another one child class, in that class just I have added to the cart. Next payment also successful. Next order also successful. Okay, after completing the payment we'll get one message ordered successfully. So like that here we'll get a okay ordered successfully. So like that here we are getting the one message also. Next I want to deliver the product, right? So for that here I'm taking another one class. Right click, new class. Okay, in this class here I'm taking Flipkart delivery class. Okay, Flipkart delivery class. Okay, try to understand now. This Flipkart delivery class should extend the properties from Flipkart class or Flipkart order class. Flipkart order class. Extends Flipkart order class, right? Next, after that here, I'm going to create one method, public void delivery method. Delivery. Here also I'm writing string p name. Okay. Next, after that here I'm writing system.out.println p name plus delivered successfully. Delivered successfully. Okay. Next, I want to cancel. So for that here I'm taking public void cancel also. Public void cancel, right? Next here I am writing system.out.println p name plus order was cancelled. Okay, ordered was cancelled. Okay, are you able to understand what I am saying now here? Okay, string p name. Okay, so the program was completed. Next execution starts from main method, right? So for that here I am creating main method also. I have created one main method also. Everything is clear, right? So try to understand now. So here main total how many classes there here? Three classes is there. What are the three classes there, sir? Here. What is the first class now? Flipkart one class is there. Flipkart class is there. Okay, next after that here Flipkart, if you create object for Flipkart, what we can do? Only we can search for the product. Next after that here I am writing Flipkart order extends Flipkart. Okay, if you create object for Flipkart, only we can search. If you create object for Flipkart order, we can search for the product, we can order for the product, we can do the payment also. Okay, next after that here, if you want to like a deliver the product, so what I want to do now here, deliver, or if you want to cancel the product, Flipkart delivery extends Flipkart order. Okay, now try to understand what is the topmost child class here. Flipkart delivery. Flipkart delivery is extending the properties from where? Flipkart order. Flipkart order also is acquiring the properties from Flipkart. So one child class acquiring the properties from one parent class, and that parent class also acquiring the property from another parent class. That is nothing but what's are here? Multi-level inheritance. Say yes or no. Done. Now I want to create object for which class? Flipkart delivery. Okay. Flipkart delivery F1 is equal to new Flipkart delivery. I have created object also. Now first I want to search for the product. So F1 dot search. So here I am writing, I am searching for something. iPhone 17 Pro Max. iPhone 17 Pro Max, right? Next, after that here, what I want to do now, search is completed. After completing the search, I want to add to cart under payment also, right? First I want to do add to cart. So what I want to do now, f1 dot add to cart. F1 dot add to cart, I am writing the value. Okay, I am providing the value, right? Next after that here I am writing f1 dot next payment, right? Payment. Okay, payment also completed. Next after that I want to deliver. So what I want to do now here, f1 dot deliver. Okay, so here I am providing the value. I want to execute, right? Here, observe very clearly, I am trying to execute the program. So here searching for iPhone 17 Pro Max. iPhone 17 Pro Max added to the cart. Sorry, added to the cart. Okay, searching for iPhone 17 Pro Max. iPhone 17 Pro Max added to the cart. iPhone 17 Pro Max payment was successful. iPhone 17 Pro Max delivered successfully. We are getting the output or not, sir? Here, in this case, one child class is acquiring the property from one parent class, and that parent class also acquiring the property from another parent class. This is nothing but what here? Multi-level inheritance. Okay, na multi-level